Waiting. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Not Another Mountain Bike Podcast. Today, we are joined by a special guest, but first, I'm joined by Mr. Luis, the MTB Desert Rat, and the Calirado Kid.
Yes, the mustache with the mostest. Okay, that probably doesn't work, but you get the idea.
I'm trying to grow my little mustache, but it's rather pathetic at this point.
Look, let's be completely clear. This was a hard-earned mustache, all right? I earned this mustache the hard way, and literally the hard way.
It was very hard.
Yeah. Damn you, crashing dad.
A little bushy at the end, but it's all good.
Yeah.
It's coming in real thick.
Yes. Is that a virtual background, or do you actually have bricks behind you?
This is
a tarp.
Faux brick.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Lowe's, put it on your wall, make it look cool.
That's pretty good, though. It almost had me convinced. I thought you were like in the deep, dark alleyways of Chicago or something. Like, we're going to get down to business tonight. We're going to get some deep, dark secrets from the Calirado Kid. Yeah,
I'm down in TJ just hanging out. Internet's way better down here.
Yeesh. That's not the only thing. Ask the donkeys.
Yeah. Well, hey, Joe, how was Downeyville?
Downeyville was absolutely legendary. So Downeyville is always good, and even when it gets dry out, it's not bad. Like, the dust is not as bad as Tahoe. Tahoe, like, you better give yourself some space. Like North Star, for example. North Star is a situation where you better give yourself some space. Always wear goggles when you go to North Star. But Downeyville never quite gets to that level of dust. And so we went out there, and Tony was coming up, and we had talked about it when we were at Sky Park. And we made it work. So the bottom line is we rode North Star, and it rained a lot the night before. So much so that, like, there's standing puddles on the trail. And it was like, once we saw that, it was game on, man. And can I say this for the record? We would have got multiple laps in if good old Robert, a.k.a. B1 Kerr, hadn't broken the hell out of his bike. Like, he completely destroyed his bike.
What did he do?
First of all, he punched his derailleur into a rock or something. So, and I'm not going to say derailleur, okay? I'm going to say derailleur because I'm not French. But he busted it on a rock, and then after that, we were going down Third Divide, and something happened. I think his chain like kicked off and went into his spokes and literally ripped apart at least like 16 spokes off of his wheel. And so, it completely destroyed. At this point, he's done for the night, and he's hiking out. So he's like, "You guys get down to the bottom." Kyle had never been there, and Mark from Scouts Out had never been there. So we were showing them around. Incredible day. And Tony had been there once before. But so he's like, "Get down there and pick me up." I'm the only one that knows how to get there, and I kind of knew how to get back up with the truck. Drove up. I just see like this heroic man coming from the forest with a bike over his shoulders like this. Just absolutely, just like Rambo coming out with a hog, just like that. And he's walking out, and I'm like, "You need a ride, buddy?" Yeah, he threw the bike in the back, took him back into town, and it was beers and chicken sandos after that. But yeah, his bike is done. Luckily, he has a second one apparently.
Yeah, that worked out for him because that's what I call a catastrophic failure right there.
And I have told everyone every time we've ever gone to Downeyville is that there is always a mechanical something. It just chews bikes up. Even in my video, I said like this place chews bikes up, and sure as shit, it does, man. Like every time. I had a buddy completely snap his the rear piece of his frame, the rear triangle. What do you want to call that, Rad Dad? Is it a triangle? Would you call it?
Yeah.
The chainstays.
Yeah. Well, the whole piece of the frame, the carbon pump.
Yeah.
Snapped. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. I'm a technical wizard when it comes to bikes. You know this, Adam. You know
yeah.
Right,
I mean.
good.
Yeah, but something always gets destroyed, whether it's a tire puncture or a frame crack or this. It's just nobody comes out unscathed, which is why I recommend never riding with large groups because you won't ride. Like somebody will invariably have something happen and you're all standing around unless you adopt my methodology, which is like, well, it looks like you got this under control, and then just take off. Like that's unless you're willing to have that attitude, you're shit out of luck.
Oh man. Well, that sounds like a blast.
That place is absolutely legendary, though. And with the Hero Dirt we had that day, boy, oh boy, was it good. Like, we were just having the best time. It was so fun. And a good group of guys, right? Tony from the Outsider channel, Biker, Robert, he's always a blast. Kyle's there. He's the unofficial sidekick of the channel. And so, and Scouts Out was there. So it was super fun. And we ended up riding with this woman who Tony met the day before or something. And she's this very tall, luxurious, like blonde, blue-eyed girl from Switzerland who just happens to be in the United States for a couple months with a one-way ticket. And she worked at Downeyville for a couple weeks or something. So she knew Greg, the owner of Downeyville Outfitters. She ended up rolling with us. It was the wildest thing, but it was so cool. Like just talking to her, like, what are you doing here? Like, how did you end up in this spot with us? Hooligans.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was super fun. She was shredding. We were just sessioning a lot of spots, and it was cool. She was accepting of our awkward nature because she's like, wait a minute, do you guys all like make videos or something? Because everyone had GoPros. I didn't bring one that day. Yeah. She's like, what is happening? Like, yeah, she was really hoping we didn't have like all of us had OnlyFans or something. So luckily we did not. It might have gotten awkward.
Joe, we'll put your OnlyFans down in the description.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It focuses on this.
Oh yeah.
I'll say, it's just like onlyfans.com/mustache rides.
Yeah, mustache rides, correct. Somebody had a really good name for it the other day, and I can't remember what it was. I always forget what it is, but there is some good names for mustaches out there. I just don't know them all yet.
Oh man, I feel like I'm unprepped now. I should have Googled some names.
Yeah, you could have been whipping them out.
Oh my God.
Oh boy!
Sorry for the noises. Yeah, and there was one time where, for whatever reason, some comedian had like started spewing out like different names for vaginas, and we're getting off topic now. But like, it made me go look at like what are different names, like European axe wound, all these ones. It was really weird. Look, there's entire websites devoted to this. Trust me. Tickle whiskers. What's up, Straight Line?
Oh man.
Straight Line was out riding the North Star the other day. We were out there the same day. There was a ton of people out that day, just crisscrossing paths. Ran into Javier from Spoke X. Him and the crew were out there, so that was pretty random. They were supposed to be doing a race, and the race got canceled because there was a fire in the area. So they came and rode North Star. My buddy Brian Gong knew who he was, and they're like, "Hey, can you introduce me to Calirado one day?" And he's like, "He's here today." So we ended up hanging out and talking on the lift and stuff. Super rad guys. Pretty interesting. He is. Stuff.
I met him on Saturday, Sunday when I went and rode with Mark at Vail.
Yeah, those guys are rad,
cool
man.
Guy.
You have to love their story too. It's as simple as most businesses start. It's like, oh, how'd you get started making wheels? They're like, oh, we kind of we liked making wheels, and so we went in our garage and made wheels, and we sold them to people, and then we had to hire employees. We got bigger, so it's like you got to love that grassroots story where it's such a simple start. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember watching their Instagram back in the day, and it was literally a dude with like a table you'd use on a picnic, you know, and it was just building wheels on it, and you're just like, what the heck? And now they've evolved to owning their own shop, and they got employees, and
they're selling bikes and everything too.
Yeah.
I didn't know a ton about him, so it's cool. I was picking his brain and literally asking lots. Some people are kind of afraid to ask questions because they look stupid, but I don't mind because I look stupid quite frequently, so it doesn't bother me. So I'm happy to ask questions all the time. I'm like, so wait, you built wheels and then now you're selling bikes? Like, tell me more about all this. Like, I'm just, because I don't know everybody yet, so it's like got to start somewhere.
Right.
Exactly.
But speaking of knowing everybody, really interesting.
Who is the Calirado Kid? How did you come about doing this whole YouTube thing?
Because I wanted to make no money. Actually, I wanted to lose lots of money, and I was like, I can either go to Vegas or I can start a stupid YouTube channel.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, man, I don't know. Like you have to take into consideration. Like I think we're all at some level stroking our own egos to a certain degree. Or like making videos. Like we like to say it's for the people, but absolutely not. I'm in it for the superstardom. The international superstardom. But I mean, really, I think I've told the story before. I found myself because I'm on the engineering side of things, and Adam, you're a technical guy too. You work at a camera shop or whatever. But when you're technical, your brain stretches a different way than when you're creative. It's like, and at some point, I found myself starting to lose some of the creativity that I felt like I used to have. Yeah. And so, and seeing everybody do it, especially watching Brian's channel for so many years and all that stuff, it was just like, I don't know, there's so many excuses to put things off. And I did that quite frequently. It was more like, I don't have the right gear. I don't have the right this. I don't have the like the bottom line is you should just do it. You should just do it, and you'll make progress. And then you'll get it along the way. You can do all that stuff as you go. And had I realized that, I probably would have jumped in at the time where I would have been bigger than I ever will be now because I waited so damn long. But no, I just wanted to do something creative again, and that started off with shooting. Going up on a hillside with a bike and shooting for like 4 hours and getting like 2 minutes out of it because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so like doing that and like, but it was fun and I pieced it together and I was like, that kind of is. And it's funny because if I go back and watch that, one of the first things I shot, it still very much is a synopsis of the channel. Like it was me, you know, aiming the camera at myself and saying this channel was all going to be all about me. And like, that's really still true. I think even despite having changed over the course of almost 2 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's funny.
But,
man.
Yeah, it's good. It's been a delightful journey. And, you know, it's always fun to stretch myself creatively and more important. That's like more important to me than anything else. Like at one point there was a dramatic shift from going like, oh, I need to get numbers. I need to get this. And now I am less concerned with that so much. Like I think like I have fun with the editing process and that's where I get my entertainment. So now I get the enjoyment of like doing it and then like letting people see it. But I'm like, you know what? Like, you know, if they take it great, if they don't, whatever. But like for me, I'm learning something. And it's a stretch in my, my creative muscles again. So that's been like the shift is that realization. Because for a while, right, we're all on the hunt for like numbers and we're all like, well, nobody watched the video. It sucks. It doesn't mean the video sucked. It means that either A, the thumbnail didn't hit or the title didn't hit, or maybe YouTube didn't push it. Who knows? But at the end of the day, like if you keep stressing about that, you're just going to hate your life. So instead I decided let's make silly stuff. And then some of the past videos you can see, that's what you got. You get some of that.
But that's why people come, because they want to see you. Mm-hmm. Like you say, they come for Joe, and they don't necessarily stay for the writing.
Yeah, yeah, they shouldn't. It's awful. The writing's awful. But I mean, like the same thing for all of us, right? Like it's like eventually, like people are coming for your voice. I watch like quite a bit of different YouTube channels for inspiration and ideas and things like that, and it's interesting because like you can have a channel where the guy just sits in front of the camera for 10 minutes and talks about something and is wildly successful. It's not because he's putting production value into the channel. It's because people respect his opinion. So it just takes time and eventually it clicks to people and boom, all of a sudden they explode. It's like, wow, it's interesting. I'm watching this dude. His whole thing is he just reviews fast food and he's like skinny, awkward looking white dude. He talks funny and he's got, you know, millions of subscribers. I was like, it blew my mind. So I find these things. I'm like, man, I'm doing something wrong. Like, damn it.
Do you remember? There's that one bigger black dude who did the food reviews, and they made a song out of his Five Guys review. Do you remember that?
Oh no! That sounds amazing though.
Oh, it was so good.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I will make sure I send it
this
to
whole
you.
time.
Yeah, send that to me. It can start very simple, you know, but like there's a niche and everyone has a voice and we were talking about this quite a bit on the ride. I know Trailhead Troopers. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Yeah. But we were talking about this quite a bit over the course of yesterday and stuff because Tony was out and I got a chance to take him and Mark out to the property also because it's not that far from Downeyville. It's about 45-minute drive, 50 minutes.
Oh, nice.
So we were like, do you want to go ride Mills Peak? I was like, well, another option is we go out to the property and I'll show you around. Aaron's out there. We could just – so I took him out there and showed him the property and the jump lines we're building, campsites and all the other stuff going on at Everstoke. And that was pretty cool. But along that whole process, we were talking about, you know, how I lost my train of thought on what I was trying to say. And I'm going to try and bring it back eloquently with straight lines saying, yes, what about Trailhead Troopers? Yeah, it's become the thing of legends. And now there's almost too much pressure on my shoulders because I have some ideas, but like now I have to like literally shoot a TV episode. So it's like, I'm gonna rework some things and we're gonna come back strong on that. But the only problem is like now I literally have the next 4 weekends already booked up with stuff, and it's like, holy crap, man, and then we're in the holidays. It's like, dude,
right?
Oh, yeah.
I need more time. That's what we all need, right?
Absolutely.
Never enough time.
Yeah. Well, at the rate I'm going, the wife will just divorce me because I'm never around, and then I'll have plenty of time on my hands.
I mean,
no.
That's why you built a separate studio anyways, right?
Yeah. I'll just live in the backyard. It's fine, honey.
Just put a nice little cot back there. You'll be good.
Yeah.
It could work.
Yeah, it could.
I probably fits. I figure at some point when I have some fireside guests over, they're going to end up staying in here. Like, so I'll think of a creative solution to have people sleep in here. Because at some point, if people come up from somewhere and they want to stay and then go ride, like I know Mark Hill was talking about it. If he comes up, you know, we go ride Downeyville, we go ride Nevada City, and we do a fireside chat. Then it's like he could just stay here, you know. So that's an option.
It works.
Just some. God, I'm blanking on the word, but just some cots that fold up.
I have a big queen size air mattress that I could just bring out of the garage and bing bang boom, it'll be up and running. And you know, truthfully, they have a big whiskey bar in the back too. So who knows what's going to happen in here when I go to bed?
I get wild.
They got full on TV back here, so they could just you got everything. Like literally, it's pretty. And they can edit in here because it's like a full on workstation. It's dope.
Yeah, Kyle's casting couch in there.
Yeah. Kyle did sleep over one night after a fireside chat, because he lives about 45 minutes away, and if we get sloshed on too many beers, there's no way he's driving. So
no, that'd be bad.
Yeah, or I'll set up a tent in the backyard or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. One of these days, I want to get up there.
Yeah, let me know. There's good riding. There's good riding everywhere. So I think Tony's staying in Downeyville all week. So like he's got a lot of zones he can branch off to. And they were talking about riding Nevada City possibly Friday, but I've got to wait tomorrow. Holy crap, tomorrow. But I'm flying out to LA. We got some buddies that every year we try to go to Halloween horror nights. I have to clarify it's horror nights, not horror nights, because I get a lot of shit for this mustache, Halloween horror nights at Universal
Make sure you
Studios
enunciate that word.
Yeah. So we're going to go down there for a couple of days and just hang out with some old friends. I used to live down there.
Is that open already?
Yeah, it's open. So we got tickets early, and it was like, dude, we're going to go out. We're going to hang out. And at Universal, it's super cool to see the production values put into it and all that. Like just the costume work. We're going to see how weird it's going to be, because my understanding is you have to provide proof of vaccination and you have to wear a mask the whole time. So maybe we'll get lucky and we could just get into all the mazes really quick. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we
I
want
don't
to
see
go
it being
too this
nearly
year.
as busy.
Let's hope not. We're going to the bar beforehand. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, shit.
Whoopsie daisy.
Half mask. You're all just walking around.
Yeah. I'm going to get kicked out for
clowns.
sure. For sure. I'm getting kicked out.
Look, man, not cool. Get out of here.
Well, speaking of which, what are you drinking, Joe?
Just water? I got to finish. I got a video dropping tomorrow, so I got to finish the title and all that stuff tonight, and then I got to pack. So I need to be. If I start drinking now, I'm gonna be asleep in no time. Like so. Otherwise it'd be good times. But I do got the bar going on back there. But yeah, I still got a lot to get done tonight before I head out tomorrow, and I haven't done any of it.
Yes, procrastination at its best.
Oh yeah,
man, this video I got dropping tomorrow, man. It's pure irresponsibility. It's just like every step of the way we could have died. We should I figure my comment section is just gonna be full. Like, should have worn a helmet. You're like, yeah, we should have done a lot of things, but not when you're manly men with an axe walking around chopping trees down.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so how are you enjoying that trailer working?
Dude, it's one of the funnest things. I like it a lot. Like, I am really looking forward to building some wooden features out there. We're waiting for some rain. We actually ran the jump course when we were out there. Like, Tony and Mark were there, and they're both like, oh no, and they regretted it because it was awesome. Like, so Robert was out there, and Aaron just did a video recently. Biker went up there and helped, because they've built some trails out here that aren't quite talkable, but they built a trail called Mandalorian out here. And so he came out and he helped Aaron with this trail called Kill Zone that goes basically from the top and down into the jump line and back into the shred quarters. And so we rode it for the first time. It was rad. Like, it's still loose, of course, once we get rain and pack it down, but you just got to ride it. Yeah. It was super fun, man. So it was cool. Like, we did Downeyville, we went to the property and we rode this trail for the first time. It was cool. Another creative outlet. Like, I want to learn how to build like wooden drops, wooden berms, and just graduate to just expand the knowledge. And that's what drives everything that I'm doing right now anyways, like the editing thing. And so the trail building is really fun. And in fact, because of that, I hadn't ridden in like 2 months, not that long ago, because I was out at the property every weekend doing work out there. And it was just super fun. And I need to get back out there. But like I said, building the camping spots. But we have built downhill trails. Like, one of my videos was the start of that. Aaron finished that trail. They're working on the pump track, all this other stuff. And so there's a lot of work. When we went out there this time, they don't have the backhoe anymore, but he had dug this giant hole for the septic. So because you got to get septic in, there's a lot of mechanical moving parts that need to happen first before you can get camping and have people actually legally stay there. So, I mean, because we're all workhorses, we're just out there in the middle of nowhere. But the funnest part to me is like when we would go hiking up the property. It's 91 acres, so we're literally hiking up bushwhacking. Like, normally when we go to a state park or something, you stick into the trail and that's it. Anywhere you can go anywhere. So it's like, it's really fun because you just get your boots on and you bring your machete up and your bear spray and work your way up, because there is some big animals on that property, man. Big ones. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys have seen the footage.
Oh yeah.
Dear God. That mountain lion went right by where my campsite is. Like, right where the tent was, the mountain lion walked right by there. I wasn't there that night. The night that it did come in, it veered off. We traced the footsteps, and about 100 feet from my tent, it kind of goes off back into the woods. But yeah, it's that's nice because he's staying in an RV, so he's nice and safe.
Yeah, he's just chilling in there.
You know what he told me? He's like, if anything happens, just yell. I'll come out. I'm like, you're asleep, Aaron. You're not going to come out and just shoot him with your 9mm. God. Confidence.
It'll be too late by the time he gets out there, you know?
Well, I know.
Might as well sleep with a shovel or something.
Bastard.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That's funny. Well, that's real good that whole project's coming together nicely. There's a lot of progress being made.
It's a very big project. It's an ambitious project, but what it really is more than anything, I was talking to Robert about this on the way down, like when I picked him up when he was walking his bike, is it's a good thing for mountain bikers because, you know, the trail organizations in the area have already got authorization basically to build more in that area. They have them all mapped out, and I think it's just a funding thing and a time thing. So they are ready to build tons of trails around that area, right? There's already Downeyville, there's already Mount Huff, which took some fire damage, but my understanding is they can get it up and running. So, and then there's Mills Peak, then there's their property. Those are all, and there's Truckee. Truckee's got this amazing bike park, which is also next to North Star. So it's like all that stuff's within an hour. So if you're staying here, that's also really cool because you could just come to town, have a place to stay, and then you could just hit legendary riding in a lot of different zones in a couple different days. And and there's a brewery right next door. We're going to build a trail right to the brewery so you can just ride over, grab a beer, ride back. It's going to be super sick, man.
Nice.
But it's cool for mountain bikers. You know, it's like, it's an ambitious idea.
Ambitious, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah.
It's going to be some good stuff. Definitely. I can't wait to hopefully try and take a trip up there.
Yeah.
So,
Aaron's a workhorse, man. That guy's an absolute maniac. He just works nonstop. I never seen anybody with that kind of work ethic. You almost have to tell him, Aaron, don't forget to film something. Like, cause he just zones in and he'll just be up on the mountain all day. So it was a hell of a workout. I wish I could be out there every day, man. If I could, I'd be in incredible shape. Like you're just hiking up, hiking down, cutting trails, cutting down trees. Like I took the axe out there and I took down 3 or 4 trees that we're going to use for poles. And it's so fun. Like, it's just I don't know. You get it. It's awesome. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're coming into season where I can start riding my dirt bike again. And it's like, oh, man, I'm going to miss out on some mountain biking. But I'm looking forward to just going out camping, middle of the desert, just fireside, and just enjoying the stars.
Yeah. There's something to that, man, for sure. It's nice. It's like that happens with the MTB NorCal guys up here. Sean, like during the summer, especially, you know how it is. It's 104 out. It's smoky. Like I was talking that we did a fundraiser event they organized, and so they ended up raising over $14,000 for local trail organizations after the fires hit. So all through silent auction and things like that. MTB NorCal is incredible. Anybody who's not following them is a fool. But so they did that, and basically, like as we did that ride, I was like, man, I haven't been out riding much. And Sean's like, neither have I. And Don's like, neither have I. I think the heat and the smoke really just beat everybody down, man. I really normally I love, like, when you get off work, I love the idea of being like, whoa, we're outside, let's go. And like, it was just, you step outside, and I think it really beat me down this year. Like I remember going outside, like, and I was just like, enough, like, I can't remember ever actually saying that. Like normally it's like, oh, it's hot again, but let's go jump in the water. This, I was like, I don't even want to do it anymore, Yeah. So it's nice that it's finally cooled down. Like like for a second you question, like, have I lost the mountain biking spark? And then there's an 80-degree day. You're like, nope. Like it was just like right back into it, So it was, it's there. It was just, I was just getting worn down with the heat and the smoke, man. But crystal clear skies, like the Downeyville riding was like, oh baby. Like Kyle was like, I wish we could do this every day. I was like, don't we all?
It's the dream.
Wish we all could be Brian.
Yeah. Damn it, Brian. We were talking because we did the Mare Island Pedal Fest, which I'm going to talk about in an upcoming live stream. Incredible event. But
nice.
I was talking to Brian, like we're sitting down and we're like, dude, I forget you freaking did 3 videos a week, like 3 videos a week. You remember that? Like he was doing that for at least 1.5 years, 2 years or so. Like you're a maniac. Like think about having to shoot 3 videos a week, like let alone edit 3 videos a week.
That's insane.
That's
well, he's smart though, because he'll talk during the ride.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have much really after in post-production, if you think about it.
Yeah.
He just needs to cut. There we go. We're done.
Yeah. And that's how I started too. I mean, I emulated greatness, right? Like that's all I knew. I watched Brian's channel more than anything else when I first started this thing. And so like I did the same thing, just witty and just talking and jokes and working in bits. And that's how you started to learn. But like, man, I wish I could go back to those days. Like maybe it's just the whole process now it is. And it's what Brian always talks about. It's a shoot now when I go out to Like when I go to Downeyville, I didn't even shoot anything. I was just like, we're just gonna ride, because even if I shot just regular GoPro footage, I wouldn't do anything with it. Like I already shot that video in Downeyville, which is like crazy good, and I was like, what else can I add to that? Like, why even bother? Like, there's stories to be told, and I can, but I was like, it was fun just to ride. Like, but just doing the camera on the chest, I just don't really do that much anymore. Now it's like an elaborate process. I went and edited. I just did that video of Culvert, and Culvert was one of the trails that burnt down. And I was talking with Ryan from Fat Track, and they put the word out like Friday at 5 o'clock. They were like, Culvert's open. So that morning I woke up at like 6 a.m., got up, got to the trail, and I wanted to ride it. I wanted to see what it looked like after the burn damage. And so that was the first video I've done in a long time that didn't take me 20 plus hours to edit, right? Because like I literally did the ride with the GoPro on. I did an intro and an outro, and Ryan actually showed up. He found out I was out there, so he came, and I talked to him. Like, it's so interesting. He was on my fireside chat recently. But it's interesting to hear what the local orgs are doing and what they're up to and how I can help. And so he kind of told me, and I have him plug Fat Track. And again, it's like an overall message for trail orgs in your area. If you get involved with them, find out what they need and help. But like, so I did that. I literally like wrote it, came home, put the intro, put the outro, put the ride in, and then clipped them together and exported it. That was like the first time in a long, long time that it was like really, it took like 15 minutes. But it was the experience I wanted to capture, because it was my real-time reaction to the damage of a trail that I ride all the time. And it was like me just like, no way, like just seeing that. And like, I thought like, somebody's like, why didn't you bring the drone? I was like, I had it. I just did not want to I didn't have a lot of time to do it. And I also didn't really, if I do that, I think I would do an overall arching, like Northern California thing where it's like Tahoe and get footage of everything and make one big thing and talk to all the orgs. And it would be a really elaborate, interesting video. I could see making that. But this, like being able to do it quick was like, oh man, it was really nice. I got it out and it did really well. Like, cause it's topical, but like, that's how I wanted to capture it. I thought it was interesting.
I mean, you have the following now, so people just know what to expect from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad. Like, because, but again, like, luckily I feel like at some point I should start working in some like less arduous edits, like so I can upload more frequently and do some more creative, quick things. Like, I think I need to rethink some of that, because I know I'm trying to shoot for every 2 weeks now, but I don't really care. It doesn't really specifically have to be. But I think like the elaborate video, there's a place for that, and there's also a place for like the quick stuff too. And maybe I got to start mixing in some other stuff and having more fun with it too. There's no wrong answer. That's what somebody said once. They're like, I don't know, I don't have time to get the ride and film and edit. I'm like, then sit in your garage and talk about something or do it. Like, there's so many ways to create content. But there's like a huge market. There's a huge market for reviews and for product thoughts and everything like that. Like there's arguably a bigger market for that than there is for whatever the hell I'm making. Like what I'm making is like not really in demand. Like
it's more entertainment.
And how do you market that? I've talked about this before where it's like, okay, if you're reviewing a product, like, hey, I got the new GoPro, let's talk about it. That's very obvious and easy. Like other than like when I put a video out like that, the first work day I did at Everstoke, like how do you like it's if you watch that video, it's people are like, how did you make like pulling out brush entertaining? Like, but you would never know that unless you watched it. Like, and they're like, I watched the whole damn thing. I don't even know how that happened. Like, so it's like it's fun and it's entertaining, but it's like telling a story, but it's not like straightforward. So it's like every now and then I got to figure that out. But yeah, it's harder to market that than it is to like say like, hey, this is a thing and we're going to talk about it or whatever else. You know what I'm talking about, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I think honestly, for that, it just comes back to people coming back to the channel for you. I mean, like it happens with everybody. Like you could do something random or stupid. People are still going to come back because they want to basically see you.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And I would guess to say that you're probably getting most views from like browsing and suggested, like YouTube's pushing your stuff out hard versus like search, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, but you look at it like, again, you can never get discouraged with the numbers because if you do, you're just never going to make another video again if you look at them too closely because it's fucking embarrassing. But like, like take for example the Downeyville video I made. That thing hasn't even cracked 8,000 views. But if you look at Brian's, he did a straight run down Downeyville. No, like basically just one cut, an hour-long cut, million views.
Yeah.
So the point is like, I'm not talking bad about Brian. What I am saying is that there are views available and we're not getting them. Like they're out there. There is a lot of views and a lot of clicks and a lot of subscribes waiting to subscribe and view and click, but for some reason they're not finding us in time. Like, I don't know what it is, but like there's a way to play it, and maybe it's just not the right content. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Now I'm going down a rabbit hole.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say YouTube's just not pushing it to as many people as what they're getting, because you're just a smaller subscriber base. They're just thinking, oh, Joe only has like 3,000 subscribers, so we're only going to push it out to X number of people. But, Brian's got this many subscribers, so they're just going to push it out to everybody.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. That's true. Just gradual gain.
Yeah.
It's it's just just that thing.
Yeah. That's okay.
And I'm guilty of watching that brush clearing video, and it's funny because
it was great.
I was like, I just watched this dude clear brush and break a freaking, a lot. I'm like, what the heck? And now that we're talking about it, it clicks. People are there. You're marketing yourself in all reality, and that's kind of your niche. Because you're entertaining as hell. I'll just put it out there,
Mm-hmm.
So it just works out, and that's definitely
that's
your
really
niche,
kind of the biggest push is like trying to keep even the videos too is like at breakneck speed, like trying to like never let it go, where it's like now I've kind of changed it that way, and it's become like, so the fun's always there. There's always something goofy. I don't know. We'll see. Like but it's been fun, and like you can see everything evolve over time. It's like there's no right answer. I told that to somebody once. Like I said just now, it's like they're like, oh, I don't have time to get on rides. I'm like, then make other content. You can do. Yeah. There's no wrong answer to what we're doing. You can make anything. Like, and you never know that you might just like click with somebody and like boom, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I never knew I wanted that.
Exactly.
Like Luis being a stalker on my one of my early videos.
Ooh, this sounds steamy.
This is our I don't know what you call it, our origin story.
How we met.
Okay.
Yeah. How I met MTV Rad Dad. We won't drag this through 7 seasons or whatever, but
yeah.
It was basically I was like, hey man, where are you writing? I'm in the quasi, close location here. Let's meet up or whatever. And it was just, I found his video. I was new to writing. He was fairly new to writing too. I think he was writing a little more than I had at the time. And that's just how it just clicked. We started going on rides and rides, and I never even thought of uploading videos. But then I started doing some more research into it, and it's just fun. I don't really do it to push, like you said, push numbers, because that does get discouraging. Every once in a while, I'll be like, oh sweet, 3 new subscribers, nice,
Yeah.
But for the most part, and then you lose one, and then you gain one.
I lose them on every live stream I do for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. But that's what it's all about, is just having fun, and then the people that find you entertaining, I think, will eventually catch on and just stick with you. Because we're not professional mountain bikers by any means. Yeah. We're not
speak for
pushing
yourself.
Any limits. But I think the entertaining side of it, Adam over here likes to review riding lights at the cyclic rate. So if you
all the wrong lights too, just get an outbound light. You're gonna throw all those other ones in the trash.
I'm trying.
But so once you find your thing, it definitely sticks, and I think Mr. Calirado Kid, you're doing a great job of sticking with your niche, and it's definitely entertaining.
Yeah, there's something about it. Like it's really fun. Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
How you like
there's something fun about it. I've been having a lot of fun with the live stream tech and doing the fireside chats and evolving that tech and like going to breweries and broadcasting live and all that stuff. Man, if I had all the time in the world, I'd do that once a week. Like oftentimes that cuts into editing time, which at this point, I don't have a set release schedule and I don't really care. Like at the end of the day, Kyle brought up a great point once, and I was after one of our fireside chats, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put it up on an audio form." And he messaged, he's like, "Oh, are you gonna keep that part with my audio when it messed up?" I'm like, "Kyle, I don't care. They're getting all this content for free. What do I care if it's garbly or not? They can watch their goddamn mouth when they talk to me." But like, think about how much we're just getting free content from us, and it's like, it takes a lot of time, and so
it really
same
does.
thing with the live stream setup. You saw how long it takes me to set up a live stream when we were at Sky Park. It's absolutely time consuming, man. And like, I've done it before where it's 100 degrees out and I'm sweating and I'm doing all this stuff. And then I got to jump in and entertain for 2 hours. It's like, man, like I think some people get it, some people don't, but it's like, I'm not doing it for them. Like I like doing it. I am, but like, it's fun for me. So it's like, it's everybody wins. Everybody wins is what I'm trying to say. Like, so, but it's It takes a while. Yeah, but the broadcast from breweries and stuff is a blast. I really hope to broadcast from Sedona. I should line that up ahead of time. I've been really debating on whether or not I should live stream from Sedona Mountain Bike Fest, but I'm starting to lean heavily towards yes because I kind of want to, and it sounds fun. You know, like
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Are you going to be down there for the whole time?
Yeah, all weekend. Yep.
Nice. As will I. So
cool.
Should be a fun time.
It's going to be amazing.
We're going to have a lot of people to hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are going. I'm still trying to convince Shane to come and warming him up to the idea. Kyle's tagging along with me, so he's going to be coming.
Nice.
Well, it's going to be good.
If Paul comes, Shane will definitely show up.
Right?
I think Paul's, well, I guess it
He
depends on
wants
the
to.
border and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how that whole border situation's going right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to get up to Canada. Hopefully next year. I got to ride some Whistler. I got to get Whistler in my life.
Yeah, definitely. Some of those trails, so nice.
Yeah, I won't ride A-line though. I'll look like a buffoon.
Come on, ride it.
I'll just have somebody wear what I'm wearing, and then I'll get follow cam, and then I'll just say it's me. It's fine.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It sounds like something I would do, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that does sound like a great. That could be a good short. You know, like, oh man, look at me mobbing, psych, stunt double.
Is Isaiah? Are you saying when I come down, or wait? Or
yeah,
Sedona. Maybe you know what he's talking about.
I'm guessing Sedona when you come down for Sedona.
Who the hell knows? I've never been out there before. I'm going to count on all my ultra famous YouTube friends to show me around. That's what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
That's kind of what I was going with.
Yeah. I don't blame you because I have no idea. There's so many trails out there that I don't even know what to try or what's good.
So when I come down to LA, it's actually going to be a relatively short trip. So I'm flying out tomorrow morning. I'm going to be out there. I'm just hanging out with friends that I used to live down there. So I know them. We're going to hang out Friday night. We're probably going to go get wasted, unfortunately, because the next day I got to wake up. And then we're going to do Halloween Horror Nights over at Universal Studios. And then I think flying back Sunday afternoon early. So we're no time for riding. It's just going to be more about hanging out with everybody. And I thought about shooting some funny video out there, but I don't think they allow filming in the Horror Nights area. They don't like cameras and stuff in there.
I don't think they do.
GoPro?
They can't stop me from doing it with my camera, but my phone, right?
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think so.
I think inside the rides you're not allowed to do it, but if you're walking around, I think you're good.
Interesting. I'm gonna I'm gonna look at the rules, and I got to figure that, because if so, I've got an idea for something that I want to shoot, and it's gonna be a big news. There's some big news coming for the channel in the coming weeks, and there's a couple things in the works that if they all come together at the right moment, I'm gonna do one big live stream in probably like 2 weeks. That's gonna unveil it all. It's gonna be amazing, but I can't reveal the details yet.
Oh, tease, you big tease.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh. Nobody's ever done it. Trust me.
You already did that video.
Leave it up to me. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, nobody's ever done that either, but I'm setting new ground. I'm paving new paths.
You just
maybe.
keep pushing
Maybe
that
I'm
bar.
building it up too high now. Now everybody's gonna be really disappointed. Sorry, everybody.
It's gonna suck. Don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. I stand by that word. Yeah, 100%.
Wait, you're actually gonna have merch?
Who said that?
No,
I didn't say that. I said I stand by that. What did I say?
No, I'm just saying you're finally gonna have merch.
I don't know. I'm not saying anything like that.
Okay.
That's a cool shirt though. That's a local brewery shirt.
Nice.
No. Yep.
Oh man. You should somehow film your facial reactions when you're in Universal. I'd watch that.
Just walk around with like a pole mounted to my chest with the GoPro out in front like this the whole time.
Oh man.
Hey everybody, how are you? Hello. Hi. Look at the camera focus. This camera's so good that like, look, if my face is in the shot, it will not focus on my hand. But as soon as my face is out, focus. Yep.
Oh,
see,
nice.
You get it. And then look, here's what I've discovered. If you cover your face like this, then it'll focus. See? Okay. Sorry, we're getting distracted.
It was funny on your last fireside chat. You're like this, covering your face, and you're trying to get it on something, and then it just goes to Brian's face instead.
Yeah. Oh man.
Damn it.
I
like it.
Can't catch a break.
Technology's too good.
What bike is looking the most tempting? Isaiah says. Well, I mean, honestly, like any free bike that a company gives me. But no, honestly, like I think e-bike territory one day, but I'm not going to pay $10,000 for a bike. It's just never going to happen. It's just not. My wife will stab me right in the heart. So there's like some good, like, to me, like a bike, like my SB 5.5 still, like, just, I ride everywhere and it does great. Like, there's a few bikes out there that I think look rad, but unless I could get on all these bikes and somehow that changes my mind, like that they're so drastically different that I need one and that I need to spend $7,000 on it. It's funny because I'm a mountain bike YouTuber who doesn't want to buy and pay for a mountain bike, which is foolish, but there's stuff out there that I think is rad, but I've ridden other bikes and like I just ride them. I'm like, that's a bike. Like we rode Brian's bike for the cyclocross. I'm like, feels like a bike. Like it was yeah. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that's rad, but man, not after building the shed and everything. I need to really focus in on this channel, and I've sunk enough into it that now it's time to just focus in and start producing content with all the gear that I've bought. I'm Jewish too. Yeah, there you go.
I remember someone telling me just buy the lights. Don't ask him for them.
Yeah, I did. I buy everything. That's the problem. I don't care. Like, I get now that we've got some support for the channel, which is Spy Optic, which they're super rad. They've been super receptive. Their product's really good. I really like the goggles. I wore those in Downeyville, and they were really good.
They're nice.
So those are rad. And Venture Apparel Company also sends me some jerseys, and he's really rad. He's a cool dude. So yeah, it's interesting. But like at the end of the day, like I don't really need free stuff like that. Like it does. I'm happy if somebody says, "Hey, I like what you're doing, and like I want to help support you." Like that's cool. Yeah. But like I don't really care about reaching out and being like, "Can I get some free shorts?" Like I don't need them. I have shorts. Like I'll make jorts if I have to. It doesn't. Like, so eventually, like there'll be a push for financial support. Right now, I still think I need to build enough audience to have influence, and I don't think I'm quite there yet. Like for example, somebody reached out to me, local guy, and his name's Garrett, and he runs Family Free Ride, and they're trying to do a second expansion on their little bike park. They have a pump track right now out in Fair Oaks, and they're working on phase 2. They're trying to get funding for that. He's like, "Hey, could you come out and like talk about it and like maybe MC the event?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can do that. Like it's a Sunday, like so again, something that takes time, but it gives back to the community. I like the idea of that." Yeah. I'm a little shy on the mic, but who knows? We'll see how it works out. And
sure,
and so
shy.
Like, but I think he's like, I don't think people realize, like, if I tell people to go somewhere, I don't think they're going to go. Like sometimes I've put stuff on Instagram, like, "Hey, I'm going out to Granite Bay tonight for a ride." Like nobody shows up. Like, so it's like, it's never been an official thing. It's more of like testing the waters. Yeah. And thus far it's been very sparse. Like, so it's like, if I was to organize something, I don't think I have enough backing yet. Like, but I look forward to the day when I do, right? Where you say like, "This is a rad cause. We're going to go contribute to the trails." Like everybody come out and then have 40 people come out. That would be sick. Like,
I don't necessarily think that's true. Look at the Trail Dogs. The Trail Dogs put on some big group rides, and they had a small following.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I've never tried either. So there's that.
Son of a gun.
You say your audience isn't big, but I think there's a kind of a misconception with subscribers. Like, yeah, like you have 3,000 subscribers, but if you look at your unique viewers, I bet it's well over 10,000.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think I talked about it on the live stream also, where it's like, yeah, you have to. Your subscriber isn't the amount of people that are actually watching. Because if I get 10,000 views on a video, but I have 3,000 subs, like there's people out there seeing stuff that aren't subscribed. So there is, I would say 2 times, maybe 3 times more people that see your stuff that aren't subscribed. So it's like there's a ratio there. But if they're not even willing to hit the click on a subscribe, like why would they come out and ride with you? So it's like you still have to have, like, as Brian said very early on in his career, he said there's always 1% to sub 1% that actually takes action with your channel or whatever you're doing. It doesn't have to be a channel per se. So like, for example, if you got 10,000 subscribers, only 100 would actually buy a shirt or come to it. Like, so there's a very, very small percentage of people that really, really take action. Right. So, and you have to accept that. And that's not a bad thing. That's just how it is. Like some people will subscribe we were talking about it recently, how, some people, they did a survey and be like, "Oh, why'd you subscribe to that channel?" Or whatever. And like, some people were like, "Oh, I like that video, so subscribed." And like, "Have you ever watched his content since?" "No, I just wanted to give him like a thumb, kind of like tell him he was doing like," so people subscribe for all kinds of weird reasons, like some people don't even know what it is. So who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
Diving deep down the YouTube rabbit hole again.
I know. See the numbers.
I enjoy it though.
Yeah. No, I do. Yeah, I don't mind. I just think it's interesting. It's like thinking about that stuff. So I don't know. One day I'll try to organize a group ride for your sake, and we'll see how it goes. And then when it goes horribly wrong, I'll say I told you so.
Well, hey, we're going to do a group ride with the Trail Dogs.
Yeah.
Probably in November for Palm Canyon Epic.
Nice.
And I specifically partnered with the Trail Dogs because I know they can bring people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they know how to do shuttle math, which is important.
Those guys are like party animals, though. Like you have to consider. There's like 18 of them, and all of them spread the word. Of course, they're going to get 40 people there. Jesus. Like, yeah, there's like 72 of those guys. I don't know. Ever know who I'm talking to on Instagram when I message them?
That is true.
Yeah.
Aaron's in a cast. I don't know. He's got a pink cast. I don't know what's going on.
I think that's off now.
Is it? Oh yeah, they dremeled it, didn't they? They did the whatever. The
I think that was the first time. I don't know if that was this time.
Was it? I don't even know anymore.
Because they did that the first time.
No, the first time I think they took the cast off. They were at Tahoe or something.
Yeah.
Aaron wanted to go swim, so they got the cast wet and they slipped it off. So he had to go back to the hospital, get another cast wet. And I think this last time is when they did it. They dremelled it off.
Classic.
They're over there building dirt jumps and stuff. Shenanigans is what they're doing.
Very much.
Yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds like shenanigans. Proper shenanigans.
Oh yeah. Isaiah, we've had 120 people before. Holy smokes.
Damn, that's a lot of people on a group ride.
Yeah. Well, the NorCal guys do that too. And they're just 3 guys, so it's like, yeah, you build the right audience. People that okay, so my reputation is not one of a shredder. Whereas these guys are, the NorCal guys are known for doing dope rides. I'm not known for my riding ability, right? Let's just say that. So maybe there's something there. Once you post videos of you doing jumps, people are like, I want to ride with that guy.
They're like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I know, you have a really good ability to stop right before a feature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm excellent at that. I told everyone on that trip, don't follow right behind me because I'm going
you
to
didn't tell me that.
I told them that when we were at Snow Summit. Well, I didn't. That one drop, I was fine. Everything at Sky Park was amazing. Yeah. Snow Summit was that feature. You could see I obviously went very much to the right, which was the worst possible option for a line, and it's because Alan just took the hell off fast, as well he should, and he was gone. I didn't know the line, so I didn't know any of that stuff out there. I told them you guys go in front, but I was also telling the story of this in another live stream. Alan, everybody knows him there because he rides there every day during the summer.
I'm pretty sure. So, every day.
Yeah, and so basically, he just says, "Oh, you want to jump in with us?" And so now you got random people, and one of them was a famous racer and stuff. He was behind us, and I was I don't like them following me because it's just something bad's going to happen. I warned everyone. I was like, "You go in front of me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know any of these trails. Just go in front." But whatever, I own up to it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm an adventure rider. All right. I'm more into going out and having seeing stuff I've never seen than I am shredding all the time. I like that too, but I just you could take me in the backcountry and do whatever you want with me, and I'd have a good time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Wasn't there a movie about that?
I think so. Yeah.
What did you think about Snow Summit?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay. It's not really my style. I still had a lot of the funnest thing to me is hanging out with Alan and Katie. Yeah. They were so rad. Great experience. I did have a lot of fun, but bike parks aren't the number one thing that I enjoy. Doing jump lines and stuff. I don't really like doing jumps that much. So, but he took me on this trail on the backside that was more my style. But at the end of the day, it was an amazing trip. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, bike parks aren't my specialty. It's not and again, I don't think it's bad. I love how everyone enjoys a sport in a different way. So I don't talk bad about anybody about how they enjoy a mountain bike. I love the fact that you can have a mountain bike and enjoy it in so many different ways. There's no wrong answer. And so the guys that go out and just jump all day, that's super rad. I like watching that. And there's guys that just want to go XC ride. There's guys that want to do gravel. It doesn't matter. As long as you're on a bike, to me, we're all good. You're having fun. We're in good shape. So. Yeah. But it was good. It was good. It was really fun. But yeah, it's I don't get to go to bike parks every day. So maybe if I went to them more, it would become more home-like to me. But it was you know what? I think I told them this that day too. I was like, you know what it is? There's a lot of pressure when there's people just coming up behind you all the time. And it was packed that day because we had got rain, so it was hero dirt. It was amazing. But it was people constantly just riding right behind you. And I was like, I could feel them behind me. And then I was like, I don't want to mess up now. Or I wanted to pull over and let them go because when I'm on a trail, I'm like, just go ahead, no big deal. But there's a constant train of people just coming in, and I felt that pressure behind me. I didn't so maybe that was part of the reason why I didn't enjoy it as much because I constantly felt like I should just let people go by, or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, had I run those trails over and over again and I felt comfortable on them, man, I'd be slamming. But like with the tentative nature that I have, I was like, oh man. So yeah, that pressure of just coming, so people coming up behind you and just they're there. It was like, now I feel nervous. Not nervous, but like, let me just get out of their way. I'll just let them go because I'm holding them up.
I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's not very many trails at Snow Summit.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because I don't get that at North Star. North Star, you hit a trail, you're pretty much separated. Like it feels bigger. And I've ridden Keystone in Colorado also, and Keystone in Colorado is big also. I don't remember, but yeah, it felt very congested. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because it's just a little bit smaller.
I mean, think about Sky Park. We never had that.
Park. Yeah, we don't really have that issue at Sky Park. Usually people are really good at giving each other time also. So if you see a group go, you wait a few seconds and let them get ahead of you so you don't really catch up to them. The Sky Park.
Yeah, I didn't feel that pressure at Sky Park at all. You're right. Yeah, not at all. And it's also smaller. So it's better. I don't know what happens. Maybe people have a better understanding. But at the bike park, it's like just people like, get out of the way. I'm trying to jump. Like it felt like a different atmosphere for sure.
And here's Joe just like, go around, man.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm just riding. I'm just having a good time, man. I'm just trying to ride my bike around here. I had to go down one run with no chain, so I'm hitting the berms and stuff. And man, we were at North Star. We were riding. This is when we ran into Javier from SpokeX. By the way, this is the exact incident. We're going down a double black diamond called Boondock, and we're coming down Boondock. And one of their buddies, I don't know if it was SpokeX buddies or who, one of the guys fell, broke his frame, his top tube, broke it, completely smashed to pieces. Like at this point, so we're on the trail, like hauling the bike off, and some fucking guy comes down, hauling ass down Boondock. He's like, get the fuck off the trail. And we're like, and he just yelled back to him, like, you idiot, I broke my frame. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, just float off of here? Like, just settle down, man. That's the atmosphere I get at a bike park. That's what I don't like, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Like, where, get the hell out of the way, dumbass. You're like, oh yeah, let me just float my bike up on a tube like in Metal Gear Solid. And you grab that thing and they just float the tube up and a plane comes and picks the bike up. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
You can Metal Gear Solid 5. You can look it up. It's fine.
Hey, speaking of which, did you see my message about them making an Evil Dead game?
Are they really? Like a new one?
Yeah, and it's going to have Bruce Campbell.
Oh, sick.
He's going to do the voices. It's going to be all about Evil Dead 2. I mean, you get to play the characters. I saw the preview for it like last year, and it was like, this is going to be awesome.
Okay, I'd be down for that. Man, I used to play video games a lot more than I do now. I wish I had more time. I still really enjoy it. Like it's a way for my brain to break free of the day to day. And like, I didn't realize that until like I stopped playing for a while, and you go and play one, and you can purely focus on the thing. Like when you get immersed in a world, or you're playing a multiplayer game or something, like you can finally clear your mind. Like it's hard for me. I feel like I'm always thinking of something, and I can't quite focus on stuff all throughout the day. And then like, maybe the whiskey helps with that, but also like when you play a game and you're immersed in a story or something, then you come out, it's like 2 hours have gone by. You're like, whoa, you're like, part of me misses that. But now I get a guilt. I have a guilt like that. I'm not editing, or I'm not producing, or I'm not doing something I should be doing. So it's even harder to enjoy the day to day these days. Like, because like, even like the only time I really can is when I get a video out or I do a live stream and it's like, boom, okay, mission accomplished. Now I can sit down and relax, and that lasts for about a half hour, and then I just feel guilty for doing anything other than like working on a sub 3,000 subscriber channel for no reason. I don't know, like I don't know why we think about it so much, but we do.
I think Brian's live stream must have ended because we're up on our people watching finally.
Probably.
Ooh.
We're getting
welcome in, everybody.
Seconds.
Strap on in. Hi, I'm the Calirado Kid. How are you? Head is shiny when I do that. Okay.
It's funny you say that. Like I've been playing a lot more video games lately.
Yeah.
And I've been like, man, I should probably be editing right now or filming or doing something. But I'm like, I've got 3 videos lined up, already uploaded to YouTube. I just need to put descriptions, title, and thumbnails. It's like, I'm good. I can actually sit back, relax, and enjoy myself for a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Like occasionally those moments hit where it's like, oh yeah, okay, we're good. Whew, we're good. Yeah. All right.
Been doing a lot of Rocket League lately.
Rocket League's an amazing game. Nobody ever would have thought Rocket League would have become so popular as it is. So simple.
What is this Rocket League?
So imagine like soccer, but for cars.
Yeah. But it's nice.
Nice.
Think like RC cars almost. The way you control it, It is absolutely easy to jump in, easy to jump out. Like, it's hard to get great, but it's still like instantly fun. Like, as soon as you jump in, it's fun. Like, it just like there's no question about it. It's like they hit the head on the nail of the donkey. Or wait, no, what's that saying?
You nailed it.
Like nailed it.
Well, I think one of the best things about that game too is your matches are only like what, 5 minutes generally.
Yeah, they're short. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So you're not like worried about being time constrained. Like I do a lot of iRacing as well, and I know that I need to set aside at least an hour to get in a race.
Yep.
And that's hard.
Yep. Time is of the essence. The only thing we can't make more of these days is time, and I wish I would have realized that sooner. Because, man, my time is so limited now that I try to squeeze every ounce out of it if I can.
I had someone ask me, I was just on Mountain Bike Q&A, a new guy who's been doing stuff. I don't know if he reached out to you yet. I told him to hit you up.
Not unless he's got 10,000 subscribers. I'm not interested.
He had Brian on like a couple days after me.
I'll think about it. We'll see. Just throwing big names out there, but
well,
whatever.
So
he agrees to go on anybody's, so that doesn't mean anything to me.
It's cool because he's got history of actually interviewing people. So I mean, like, he worked for the TV station, and he'd interview all the movie stars for the movies.
Yep.
Yeah, I've done that too. Whatever. You don't see me throwing that out there, do you? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
JK.
Yeah. I do have a picture with Jeff Goldblum.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That guy was the coolest. I've met a lot of plenty of celebrities in my day, and I don't really care that much. Like, there's only a few that I actually talked to. One was Jeff Goldblum. I was like, I got to talk to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Ryan Reynolds. And this was right before the release of Deadpool. Nice. And I knew the whole thing that led up to how it got released and how it got made and how the footage got leaked and all that stuff. And, you know, they never said who leaked it, but it was probably Ryan or one of those guys. It doesn't matter. Anyways, like, that helped Fox push to make a low-budget movie that made more money they could have possibly imagined. But the reason why it got made is because Ryan and the team fought to get it made, and it was the movie we all needed when it came out. And like, I was at Super Bowl. I was doing Super Bowl coverage. I think it was at Super Bowl. This must have been New York. So this was 48. It was Super Bowl 48 was out there, and I grabbed him between press junkets, and I was just like, dude, man, I just want to say I appreciate that you fought to get that movie made, and I think it's going to do really well. He was like, thanks. Like, you know, it was like simple. It was just like, dude, I want you to know that people appreciate that you fought for that. And that was it. That's all I needed to say. It was cool. And then sure enough, the movie went bonkers. It was like one of the highest grossing R-rated films ever on a budget of like 30 million or something. It was crazy.
Now, here's a question. Could anybody else have played that part besides Ryan?
That's his part. I mean, there's a reason why he fought to get it made. I think he knew that.
Yeah.
I think he knew that.
Absolutely.
Let alone, never do you see somebody play the same character that was completely screwed up in one movie and is completely perfect in the other movie, because the Wolverine Origins version of Deadpool was an absolute mess.
It was pretty nasty. Yeah. Gross.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Ryan definitely did a great job with that. It's him. It's just him, you know? I don't think I picture anybody else doing it.
Yeah, and that's really what it takes. Like, you know, you see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine now. He did such a great job, and he fought for that role too. Same thing with when Logan got made, and when the Wolverine got made, he really started pushing for, you know, something in Logan. He was a big part of like that getting made, and like a lot
of people didn't like that. I like that movie. That was pretty good.
I liked it a lot thematically. Like, there's some things that don't quite click, but at the end of the day, like, I think it's a really good portrayal of the character. Like, there's some parts again that just don't click, but I think like though. He fought to stay really true to the character. I thought the Wolverine was really interesting. Again, some things like the Metal Samurai was stupid, but like if they would have kept it with an actual samurai battle, I think it would have been better. But I liked like the extended version was really cool because it showed him go full berserker mode. He was throwing people into the snowblower and just guts were coming out, and it was like, yeah, dude. Like, they finally brought it back to like that R-rated dark Wolverine that we kind of wanted, and he fought for that character. So we're not talking about mountain biking, but welcome in, everybody. How are you?
Hey,
that's what it's all about.
That's par for the course on this podcast here.
It is Not Another mountain biking podcast. Is that the name of this thing?
Not another MTB podcast.
Okay, got it.
Podcast.
Yeah. See, that's fine because we're not talking about MTB, so we're perfect.
See, you could say you nailed it. So, how long did you live in LA for?
Almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. I've got no love letters sent to and from LA. I'll tell you that. It's the city was okay, but there's a lot of cool stuff. It's very active. There's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of things that are rad. But there's I've told this before, the sheer hassle of everything associated with that city. Like getting to and from work was a nightmare, and it wasn't even that far. Like I would spend 2 hours in traffic. It was 10 miles each way or something. It was like I would literally, I think I watched the entire Breaking Bad series again in the car because I was just sitting there not moving. I'm not even kidding. Like I literally did. I would just put the phone up on the dash and just sit there and watch TV while I would inch my way home. Like it was awful. Oh, man. I would ride my bike to work sometimes, and I would get there the same amount of time that it would take me to drive. Like I would just be hauling ass through the streets. Like it was way funner.
My brother has that same commute. It sucks.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just hard to get places. It's I don't know.
I don't miss it.
No, I would move back to Colorado in an instant. That being said, we're not going to because all our family's here, and when you have kids, like having family around is the biggest thing in the world. And seeing them interact with the grandparents and all this stuff is the best. But like, if I could, I would definitely move to Colorado again. I loved it out there versus LA, which is somebody said, "Hey, pay you $1 million to come back," and I said, "Make it $2 million, and I'll think about it." But otherwise, I probably wouldn't. And I'm counting on Shane with his Hollywood superstardom to offer me that role, but not yet. He hasn't.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, San Diego traffic isn't much better. I think it's a little better than LA traffic, but I guess the weather is nicer. I can roll my window down and not die of heat down here, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I was down in San Diego not that long ago. It was nice. They actually had some rain while we were down there. It was interesting.
Oh, so this must have been probably like a month ago then.
Yeah, I rode with this guy. Wait, wait. This guy.
That one.
Am I pointing the right way? Yeah.
That guy.
I never know what I look like on your screen. I assume I'm at the bottom on your screen too.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm pointing towards
me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. There it is. Nailed it.
Regular old Brady Bunch.
No, not that.
Yeah, San Diego's nice. I've had a nice little break from the desert down here. I do miss the trails from the desert though, for sure. They're less
populated
manicured and populated. Man, hikers out here.
You're still not too far from it though. The drive from San Diego to Sedona, or wait, Arizona's not that far, right?
No, actually, I'm pretty close to pretty much everything.
Yeah. You're complaining about it. Get on your car and go ride your bike.
I
was looking at it because when I got to go down to when I got to go down to Sedona, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to pass through San Diego. What the hell? I'm thinking, I don't know anything about geography. All right, let me tell you that right now. Like, I would think you just go down there, but no, I got to go all the way to Southern California, then cross over. I was like, damn it. So,
it's like a 5-hour drive for me. 6-hour drive. It's not too bad.
I got to do that again in December because we're going to go visit family down there in December. So now I'm driving to San Diego in November and December apparently.
Hey, you can come for the group ride.
Yeah.
It's going to be a family thing. I was able to pull away on the last one. I don't think I can this time.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would. I could just make an appearance, but I think we're literally going to go there and then we're going to cross into Mexico or something. I don't know what's going on.
So Sedona for me is 5.5 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so it's probably like 6.5 for me then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's decent.
That's not too bad. I usually just add an hour to whatever you're driving.
Well, I actually don't have to go to Sedona. I just need to get to Prescott Valley. Because that's where I'm staying.
That's gonna be a drive, man.
That's an hour.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're staying. I think in the city. Actually, my wife managed to find a hotel. I don't know how she does this. I'm not allowed to choose hotels anymore. I am horrendous. We'll stay. It's bad. Like there'll probably be like pee stains on the wall if I choose the hotel. You know, I got grounded from doing that. So she does all that, but I think we're staying in Sedona. So should be.
I think I'm staying a couple blocks away from the actual event. Nice. I slept on this, and this is where I'm stupid because I looked at the hotel rooms, and then I was like, well, I don't know if the situation's going to be, so I didn't book. And the next time I looked, the price was 3 times what it was before. I was like, God, if I would have pulled the trigger at the right time, I would have been staying there. I thought about like it's not going to happen this year probably. What I want to do is get like a balcony, like a full-on big old balcony, and then set up my live stream stuff out there. And then we could have a view of the mountains in the background for the set. Like there's some rad stuff we could do. But then I realized in November, it's going to be dark. Like it's going to be dark at 6 o'clock. So there's no point. I was like, there's no point at all. Like I'm glad I didn't pull the trigger on that because it would have been a lot of money for a lot of money for no return. But I was like, this would be amazing. And then I'm like, it's going to be dark. So they're doing another one in May or March. I don't think I can pull that one. It's too close together. So I may take that off and then come back the following year in March. we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's normally in March, isn't it? Like that time.
Yeah. This is a specialty one. Yep.
Okay.
But everybody's excited to get out, man. So there's gonna be a lot of people out there. We'll see how it plays out. Maybe I'll make some contacts out there, and it'll be worth coming back in March. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
There's gonna be a lot of companies out there.
I mean, there usually is, anyways, isn't there? I mean,
I know that Kyle's excited. I know that Kyle's excited to do bike demos, but I don't like waiting in lines for things. So if there's any lines I just don't care. I'd rather just ride my bike and be able to just go, like, than try to deal with paperwork and crap. So we'll see how that pans out. That's not my main priority. It's really just hanging out with everybody, talking to everybody, and that's the biggest thing. If I can do a live stream, great. I think we could make an epic one there because there's enough people to do some pretty cool stuff and just bring everybody in a little piece at a time. But
that would be so sweet. Yeah.
I could bring my camera plus my Rode Wireless Go setup, so we have 4 lab mics.
I already have 4. I've spent way too much money on this channel. Okay,
that's right.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them for the fireside chat. So I dropped. I was like, I gotta drop another $350 on this. Like I gotta, or whatever. Like if I need it, I just get it, and then the wife yells at me later.
I told you, if you need anything, just let me know. I'll take care of you.
I know. Yeah. I just I'm at my limit right now for things I need to buy. But the third camera's still kicking my ass because I got that PTZ camera and it still can't handle the low light situation that Sony's can. So camera 1 and 2 look great, and then when I cut to the third establishing shot, it looks like crap. And the GoPro looks like crap, and this new PTZ camera that costs like $1,800 looks like crap. Ooh. Like, dude.
Look up and see if the specs for a Sony A7 II would be okay for you.
I mean, probably it's just an establishing shot is all it is.
Yeah, we got to use one, and the retail on it was not a lot of money.
You know what I was looking at was that new ZL-V1 or something, that little handheld you can swap the lens on. Any good? Have you played with that at all?
I haven't played with it yet, but it's supposed to be pretty decent. It's supposed to be a vlogger camera.
Yeah, I know, but and you can handheld it, and you can switch lenses on it, but it's crop sensor, so I don't know if it would pick up the shot that I want. One day I'll figure it out. Oh, you got BKXC gave you a shout out, huh? You found out you were doing it. Okay. By the way, for you guys that are just jumping in, I know for a fact that Brian specifically scheduled that live stream because he didn't want me to shine too brightly tonight. Okay. That's what happened. Of course. We know it. I know it. You know it. I'm going to call him right now, and we're going to get this sorted. Okay. We're going to get it sorted out.
This has to get settled immediately.
Yeah, immediately. He is the teammate of Team Like and Subscribe, and we had one mighty race on Sunday out at the Mare Island Pedal Fest, which is one of the funnest mountain bike events I've ever been to. It was so rad. The organizers were really cool. I got a chance to talk with them, and essentially what it is, it's a cyclocross course, so you can really run any type of bike. We're running Brian's Ibis Full Squish, but they run through warehouses. You're running upstairs. You're coming down here. It's an old shipyard out in Vallejo. So
that's awesome.
You're riding, and you wait till you see this footage. It's gorgeous. Like you're riding through, and there's giant ships in the dock that you're riding past, and like you're just it's just so irreverent and fun. You share one bike. It's the relay race portion of it. You share one bike, and there's 4 riders. So it was myself, it was Brian, it was Kyle, and it was Aaron from MTB and Adventures. And we had the best time, man. Like I cannot wait to start putting this video together. I told the organizers, I'm like, wait till you see this video that I'm going to put together because I'm so excited to do it. You know, when that happens, it's like, dude, I'm going to have so much fun playing with it. And that's what that Downeyville video was too. It was like, I was excited to play with it. And so that sounds inappropriate, but it's going to be rad. I got so many cool shots, and like they lay these big old ship chains that you have to ride over, and like they have a water pool you got to jump through, and like, just like fun. And that's my style. Like the enduro race stuff is probably never going to be my style, but that was so damn fun that I can't wait to put that video together. That's after this one that drops Friday. That's probably going to be what I'm focusing on, and it's going to be cool. Like I can't wait to share it with people. Like I can't believe it wasn't packed. Like it's only their second year doing it, and so the first year they did it was Brian made a video of it, and it was then COVID hit, so they canceled last year's. Right. And so this is their second attempt, and it was like the brewery's right on the water. So you get food and beers right there. The course starts right there. It is rad, man. And I'm stoked for next year. I hope that when we put these videos out, because Aaron's making one, Brian's making one, I'm making one, and Kyle might make one.
What?
I hope this place is I told the organizers, this event in 2 years, in my opinion, you won't be able to get into it. Like it's going to be so packed. No. Like it's just, and especially like I think a lot of the proceeds goes towards local high schools and stuff, and they do regular races through the course. So you have to do 3 laps or whatever. And all of us were like, I think they should just go heavy into the relay race, like do different relay races and make it like, because that's the last thing they do in the day and it's really fun. But then they have regular races throughout the course of the day. I'm like, dude, they should just go full bonkers on to like relay races all day long and just make it just irreverent, like drink beers, fun event. And it's like, dude, it already is, but it would be even funner, like it'd be so. But the cool thing is they did, like right before the event starts, it's all this historic property around the Mare Island shipyards. So they did like you jump on your bikes and they had somebody show you around the shipyard. So they would take you to all the historic parts. Everybody, big old bike. Everybody take their bikes, stop off, and they tell you about what this was. Oh, here's where they had stored the coal to make and all this stuff. And then you ride your bikes. It was really cool, man. So it's very unique and it was fun and like that's my style through and through. So I can't wait for more people to know about it, man. Because if you saw my Instagram stories, we really did have a blast out there.
Oh yeah, yes. I remember seeing Brian's video last year and or the year before that, and I was like, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, I think that it's going to be a destination. I don't think people are going to get in, and I'm glad that I know the people that organize it now. And especially once I send this video and stuff, they'll know really like what I'm talking about because it's all fluff until you see what I've done, right? Like, So, and then they see that and they're like, "Oh man, that's really." And so now we got a good relationship. So I'll always be able to get in. Suckers! Everybody else that's going to try and get into this event in 2 years, they're not going to get in. All right, I'm catching up on chat too. Here we go. Muy impressed with you. Acres set up for your live streams, Calirado Kid, with your switcher. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're digging it. It's like we were talking about earlier. It takes a lot of work to get it set up, but like there's a certain part of me, and maybe all mountain bikers have this, that the punishment is part of the enjoyment. Like it's like, right? Because when we do a climb, we have to be willing to put up with a certain amount of punishment to enjoy the returns. Definitely. And so like that setup is it takes a lot, but I really enjoy like the first time I set it up at the brewery. When I did the broadcast we were doing the Dirt Days, the Dirt Days event, we broadcast from Crooked Lane.
Yeah.
And we had the idea, and I was like, hey, you guys want to do a live stream before the event to promote it? And Sean was like, could we do it at a brewery? And I was like, I mean, not currently. I don't have the gear, but let's see what it takes. So I start, boom, 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 start figuring out what I need. And I was like, I think we can make it work. So like literally, I think that Sunday I ordered the gear. It came in Tuesday and we had to broadcast on Friday. And it was like, all right, let's go. I was dry running it in my office for 2 days, just making sure everything worked. And then we took it out there and it took me a while, like an hour and a half, 2 hours to set it all up. And then it went well. There was a few minor issues and it was laptop related. And then I bought an $1,800 laptop to make up for that problem. So it's... It's just a dirty rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's these hobbies you get into,
I've always had expensive hobbies. It sucks.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
I lied to myself. I used to work on cars, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop building cars. I'm just do the bike thing. It's not any cheaper.
No,
it's ridiculous.
No, it's like, mountain biking wasn't expensive enough. Now we're going to film it all, so we got to buy all the gear to do that, too. What a bunch of dummies.
Pretty much, yeah.
I still give you props for carrying all the gear when you're riding.
Oh, man. I've
done that. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. I'm carrying around a Sony A7S III in my backpack, along with a Skydio drone, plus a GoPro strapped to my chest. I mean, I'm carrying an extra 15 pounds of gear. Yep. I did that in Downeyville for 3 runs in Downeyville. Like it was like my back hurt at the end of all that.
That's when you want an e-bike.
Yeah, I mean, eventually that'd be rad, but it was all downhill, really. There's not much climbing, so it wouldn't even have helped. Like it was just like punishment. And again, like that's how I filmed the Pacifica video, and that's how I filmed the Downeyville video. 2 like signature videos for my channel, I think, like showpieces, really. Like
oh, definitely.
So it's like it's something that most people aren't willing to put up with in the first place. So it's like sometimes when I go film like those rock rolls at Granite Bay videos, people always say like, dude, let me know. I'll come help you shoot. And I'm like, I don't think they mean that because like if they knew what it took, like, and how long I sit to look at shots and try to angle them and like, it's just not fun for me to try to explain it to people. It's like, and like try to, so one of these days, but it's got to be someone I feel like Kyle could probably do it. Like he knows me well enough that he knows what it takes when I do this crap.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't want to bore people.
Hours.
Like I feel pressure. Like people when they like, oh yeah, I'll help you set up. Like, and then 2 hours later, like that was a fucking awful idea. Why did I say I can help him?
Never again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out there for like 4 hours, but you only ride 5 miles. You know.
Yeah, it is. Some of those rides are like that. Like, and it's just like
exactly how it is.
But I have fun. I want to ramp them up every time. Like I want to do these really, really elaborate intros on them. Like I had the idea of like having to where I can pull my truck up onto the beach and it peels out, and then I jump up over the truck and the Skydio captures me, and I can slow-mo me jumping over the. Like I want to do all this stuff for no reason other than my own personal enjoyment. Like it's just.
Well, hence Trailhead Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Well, is that a live stream?
Yeah, that's a live stream, I think.
That's a successful live stream.
That's pretty
good. I know.
good.
I gotta go get my kid ready for bed.
Yeah, my kids are
ditto.
watching Looney Tunes or something. I gave him dinner and I put the plates on the table. I'm like, there you go, eat, kids. And I ran out here to get the camera set up.
Don't hurt yourselves. I'll be back in a few.
Yeah, don't die. If you die, just tell your mom. She's not here. She had to work late too. So I was like, normally I try to work those things to where it does. She's here while I'm live streaming or something, but it didn't work out today, so that's fine.
Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on then.
Yeah,
especially.
Glad we can make it work. I'm gonna send a very hurtful text to Brian right now and say, don't you ever look. I'm gonna talk to the camera and maybe you can clip this. Don't you ever schedule a live stream the night the Calirado Kid's supposed to go live again. You understand what I'm saying, Brian? Mr. BKXC, if that is your real name. Okay, don't show him that. He's gonna get mad. He's not gonna invite me back to Everstoke ever again.
Oh, that was great.
Oh man.
Well, all right, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is it. We will see you next time in 2 weeks when we figure out who we're gonna have.
Yeah, I think.
Don't tell people you don't know what's going on. No, you act like you know what the hell you're doing at all times, and then people will think you know what you're doing. That's the trick. And you got to say, look, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this with your friends, okay? Because trust me, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to get a lot of fun out of this informative podcast where we discussed Evil Dead 2, the video game. Trust me, they're going to want to come back for more. Thanks for stopping in, everybody.
Bye.